And welcome everybody back to another edition of Monday Nitro. I am the JamSaw. Joined with me as always is my colleague, broadcast partner, and ECW's own, Brock Redhead. How you doing tonight, Brock?
Woo! I am excited. Let me tell you, the week we had off was terrible because I've been sitting at home. I've been pumped and I've been wanting to talk to you about what happened 2 Sundays ago at the Gold Standard. What did you think of it?
Well, I thought it was a great showing, those technical difficulties aside, but for the most, and that really frustrating finish with the steel cage match. But other than that, I thought it was a wonderful showing by both promotions.
Now, we're gonna have all night to speak on that. But let's talk about the hot topic right now. You have officially signed your one-time deal with a WCW legend. Tell us about it.
Definitely. Well, Sting came to us and wanted one last opportunity to prove he is a top guy. So we invited him out here tonight to stake his claim to Adam Cole's World Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah. Woo! So coming from a fan like yourself of Sting and Cole, like in few words, like what are you expecting from this matchup?
Well, I'm expecting a legendary level match between the two of them because Adam Cole is the future of the business. Sting is kind of the past, and one way or the other, whoever wins, it's going to be a fantastic showing.
And the future for Sting, that if he does win, is just I can't imagine it.
Me neither. I mean, like, he was a dominant champion back in the day in WCW, so he could retain. And as long as he does retain, his contract is safe. Yep. He will be, at each pay-per-view, he'll be facing a new challenger for his title if he retains. If he loses, well, then the number one contender, who will be decided tonight in another match, will be up in line for the throne.
Ooh. Oh, he does have another mountain to climb. Yes, he does.
Definitely, because I mean, it is still WCW, but it's a new WCW. Things are being done a little bit differently, handled with a little bit more finesse.
Now, from what he's saying, I'm feeling like he's not happy with the direction it's going, and he wants to steer it back on course.
Definitely. Well, I think he sees Adam Cole as a bit of the fool, the sneaky little weasel, and wants to put some prestige back on that belt. But I mean, you got to give Adam Cole credit. He's been able to retain since the beginning. Like, it's been 2 months now that Adam Cole has remained champion.
Yes, he's been in 2 pay-per-views. If I understand correctly, he's won both. He's undefeated when it comes to the pay-per-views here. And I mean, how can you not look at a man that has the backing of Cole?
Well, exactly. I mean, he beat Drew McIntyre, retained his title. He didn't win in the last pay-per-view, regrettably, because it was champion versus champion.
Correct.
He was in that ladder match.
Correct. But when it comes to the title, he's defended it show by show. And,
exactly.
Yeah.
Other than that one match, he hasn't lost a match yet.
Correct. I mean, he went up a guy like Bobby. I mean, that's very hard.
Yeah.
To do.
Although I wonder if it would have been a different story if it was a different type of match. I mean, the steel cage matches, unfortunately, have not been our greatest showings.
Yeah.
Well, I definitely think he is a Hall of Fame material. Maybe he's still a bit young, but
yeah.
I do foresee Adam Cole going down as one of the greatest champions in history.
And to hear that coming from a man like Sting must mean a lot.
Well, he definitely doesn't lack in any ego or flamboyance.
Nope. But he's saying to Sting that he's starstruck. I mean, that's accusations.
The gauntlet has been tossed down, it seems.
Yeah, that is right. I mean, he's coming back for one last retirement run, and he thinks Cole is throwing down the challenge to him.
I mean, in part, I think it kind of is that way. I mean, yes, Sting's coming back and he's going for the title, but, I mean, he could have gone after any title.
Mm-hmm. He could have won after, the tag with somebody. He could have won after, the mid-card, the world title, and he did choose the world title. I mean, we don't ever judge what a legend wants to do because it's their choice.
But I also think that he didn't pick it based on the fact that he wanted to face Cole. I think he just wanted the top title. It didn't matter who was holding it. Yeah. Cole is just the obstacle in the way.
Yep. God, there's so much that could go on in this match. I mean, I also see it as Sting has more to lose than Cole does. I mean, if Cole wins, he beat the legend Sting.
Oh, and a kick to the pills.
Oy, boy.
I told you, Cole is a dirty player, man.
Oh, here we go. But like I was saying before, the pills happened. Sting could lose more for this because if Cole wins and he beat the legend known as Sting, and if Sting wins, then he wins back his big gold belt. For sure.
But one way or the other, this is going to be a fantastic rivalry. I can tell you that much.
So far, our legends that have returned for their retirement run are Sting and RVD. That would be, I mean, that's amazing.
What might be neat, too, is that the next pay-per-view, regardless of what happens in our individual shows, have our legends face one another.
Oh, yeah.
There seems to be a technical issue here with the graphic. As we know, Kairi Sane should be next to Asuka and not the other way around. So, again, apologies. We shouldn't have hired these guys from Visual Studios to be our
Damn it, 2K.
But regardless, we're going to see Shayna Baszler versus Asuka with their various friends in their corners. And if you remember previously, Asuka has a victory, a non-title victory over Shayna Baszler currently.
Yep.
So again, this is a non-title match, but it's Shayna's attempt to gain back that momentum she lost against Asuka.
Yeah. Now, since we just did our second draft, who do you think is Shayna's biggest threat?
Well, right now I think Asuka really is Shayna's biggest threat. Candice LeRae was drafted, who could become a good threat, but again has to start from the bottom and work her way up to the top. Yep. And who knows, like someone like Lita might switch divisions from the main title and go after the mid card, and that could change things up. Or Toni Storm, because she didn't. She lost the last couple of bouts with Rhea Ripley, so was no longer in the main title picture.
Right.
She could turn and face Shayna Baszler. It might make for an interesting opportunity. But I know Shayna, again, is another one of our more dominant champions. You know, the only title that so far that has really changed hands besides the 24/7 title, the Intercontinental changed hands to Finn Balor at one point and then got taken back by Shinsuke.
Now, we haven't seen Finn in a little bit. How is he doing?
Well, he's recovering from his injuries from his ladder match with Shinsuke, and should be coming back sometime in the following weeks in a match. But I don't want to put the cart before the horse, so they say.
Right. And we know that the roster is pretty full, so The Rock and Eric have sat down. And would you care to explain to the fans the status on why they stopped drafting and what's going to happen if people are drafted and let go.
Definitely. Well, I mean, at this point, we've got pretty stacked cards. Both shows have about 40 superstars in total. That's men and women. So just being able to showcase all of that talent effectively with decent storytelling, we really need to cap it at about 40. Going beyond that, we would need to increase the matches from 5 to maybe 8, just to be able to showcase all the talent, and that would increase our shows to 2 hours or so. Which we're more than willing to do, but I mean, it really depends on the viewership. We'd need much more viewership to be able to dedicate that kind of time to it. Like right now, an hour-long show, or hour and 10 or 15, or whatever goes over slightly over, is totally fine and works perfectly for our current viewership, I think. But if we had more viewership and they wanted longer shows, we definitely do. We just need to hear from them. So by all means, tweet us, put comments on our videos, let us know what you want to see out of this series. If you have suggestions of matches that you want to see, I'm totally open to that as long as they're not absurd, and try to stick within our rosters. Yeah.
Oh my God, what happened?
Well, it looks like Shayna knocked Asuka out of the ring. Oh, Asuka's looking a little bit worried.
What? Is Asuka leaving?
Is she gonna walk away?
What? This is the first time. Oh no.
Looks like Mia Yim's not gonna let that happen. She's like, you stole my. You want to be in there, and I was the #1 contender. Then you should finish that match, or give up your spot.
This would have been the first time in WCW that somebody's walked out on. Like, no one's ever done that.
Not yet, that's for sure. I think so far everybody's had too much respect, but I think Asuka, she just wants another win over Shayna to really prove that she is the better competitor. Because, I mean, even right now, if you recall, just before the pay-per-view, there was a qualifier match for who would be the #1 contender, and I believe Mia Yim won it again, so she does get another title opportunity, even though she was defeated by Shayna.
Correct. Ooh, nice roll. Asuka with the trip. There you go.
Nice takedown to the mat, punch to the face, and then going for a choke.
Asuka lock. Oh.
But Shayna's not ready to give up yet. Even though for some reason she still starts with shit stamina.
Oh my gosh. I think she works out way too hard before her matches.
That must be it, man. It's like she's always running at a deficit. I guess she doesn't think that she needs to be at peak form to take out her opponents.
But what does that say about, like, what does that say that she can come in with shit health and still win?
True. I mean, I guess that's just showing how good she is. It's almost like it makes me think of the good old Dragon Ball Z. Goku showing up all beaten to shit.
Yep.
Still wins at the end of the day.
Asuka trying to roll out.
Stuck in the corner, getting driven into that turnbuckle. You can see Shayna's buddies there cheering her on. Oh, stretching that arm and shoulder. Now, both of these women also submission experts, just to keep in mind. So, if it comes down to a title match between these two, we might go for an ultimate submission match.
Ooh, I'd love to see that. Just the strength of Shayna.
Yeah, the pure athleticism of her.
2? Could she go for magic number 3? Oh no.
Nope. Going for a quick pin, but not quite enough damage done to Asuka to keep her down for that long. Not there yet.
Now, what is this rumor that Brock has? Now, this is the first time that I am hearing about this. But what's the rumor about our 24/7 champ Brock throwing down a gauntlet challenge?
Well, yeah. Shortly after beating Drew and Asuka's tapping out. That was a lot quicker than I thought it would be, but.
Oh, Lord.
Shayna Baszler showing that she's still in charge, even though, like we were talking about before, came in with like little to no stamina and still took the win. So we'll have to see what's happening next with her next week. Maybe maybe we'll have that title match with Mia Yim and see if Mia Yim can come back. But we'll put that to the side for now and get back to the whole Brock situation.
Yep.
So shortly after his match, he said that he didn't believe that anybody from the WCW roster would be a challenge. So he offered to take on multiple opponents in one night. So we decided to give him a night off tonight so that he can prepare. And we'll be sending some championship material candidates to ECW tomorrow to challenge for that 24/7 champion.
Oh boy, I'm pumped. I am pumped.
Me too, man. It's going to be full of surprises, and this will be like a really decent challenge because someone like Brock, just a one-on-one, not really going to do it. I don't think there's very few, if anyone, that can go one-on-one with Brock.
Yeah. Oh my God. The man has the mind for this sport. The man has a strength for this sport, and he's just unstoppable.
Exactly. So up next we have Mickie James facing Trish Stratus again, but this time each of them have someone in their corner. Sasha Banks has sided herself with Mickie James, and Lita, of course, longtime friend of Trish Stratus, will be standing in her corner.
Mm-hmm. Oh. God, I mean, I don't care what you say. Any true fan of this sport had a huge crush on Trish Stratus. She was the go-to women's champion. It was her and Lita, and maybe a few others, but they weren't as top tier as Trish. We know that she established herself in many staples. I think she was with Christian at one point.
Christian and Jericho. She managed both of them.
But so the fact that this woman can manage world championship statuses such as Chris Jericho and Christian, and she still has some fight in her. It's a woman at her age still has the strength to stay up with a lot of the women in this division. Is just something miraculous.
Yeah, but Mickie James too is no slouch. I mean, she comes from that same era, and she's still kicking ass and taking names.
Oh yeah.
But I think it's neat that she's taken Sasha under her wing to try to coach her and put her in place. I know that Sasha, one of her dream matches is to face Trish as well. So maybe it's she's just trying to get close to one of her biggest rivals and get inside the head of one of the people that has been able to successfully dominate Trish.
Mm-hmm. Now what is now we know it's rumor, it's not true, it's peep talk now. But what is the talk about The Rock and Eric Bischoff in the future doing a spin-off of the early NXT days where they have a legend and a person that they are training? Like, do you know anything about this?
Well, I know that's something that they've been talking about for a while. There may be a special event at some point where we will have some of our newer superstars being coached by legends and have them in their corners as managers to help them bring them across. But again, it's a TBD situation. Nothing's solidified yet, but something that we're definitely playing with the idea of doing, and I think could be good for ratings. Oddly enough, it looks like Trish still hasn't recovered from her last beatdown from Mickie James. Even though it's been a few weeks, I would have thought she would have had enough time to recover.
Yep. Well, we'll have to check with the doctor and see what's going on, because we know we have the top tier docs going on. We know that they take their job very, very seriously. So if he let Trish go, I mean, we gotta see what's going on, because she's not looking too hot right now.
Well, definitely. I mean, it's kind of odd that she got cleared if she's really in that rough a shape. But I mean, don't get me wrong, she still seems pretty spry and full of energy for someone that took such a beating.
Oh yeah, but she just looks like that much off. She has a slight off to her, so we just gotta make sure that she's all right. Oh, Trish, there you go.
Yeah, going for a sharpshooter.
Trying to end it too quickly.
Yeah, not enough damage done to the legs or back of Mickie James to make this an effective maneuver at this time. Mickie doing a quick reversal, kicking out of that.
There you go, there you go.
Big
Ooh.
flapjack.
Oh, that flapjack.
Going for the cover. Trish not ready to give up yet.
Ooh.
Oh, big elbow to the back of the head. A quick snapmare to the ground, and Mickey's putting Trish in a choke type submission.
Yep. The arm back and oh, Jesus! And Trish is already like sore in the chest. It looks like her body's pretty banged up right now.
Yep.
Oh Lord! Ooh, nice.
Trish
nice.
able to fight out of that, and a nice hip toss, taking Mickie out to the floor or to the mat.
Now, have you done a sit down talk with Lita about the status of her coming back with Trish?
Well, I mean, we did kind of have a little bit of a discussion earlier tonight when she offered to manage Trish. I mean, she would still love to have a one last match with Trish herself. Lita, when she came back here, she didn't really come back here looking for a title shot or anything. She just wanted to be able to perform. So we might see a Trish versus Lita. We might see Lita and Trish do a tag team at some point. Maybe go after the Women's Tag Team Championship.
Which are currently held by ECW's Bailey and Lacey. Yep.
You're correct. They won that at the gold standard. So kudos to your team. It was a hard-fought victory.
Oh, and the fact that that put us up at .1 right on the scoreboard. The final score will be at this year's WrestleMania. We have to work on the name, and we gotta hype it up soon. But it's not there yet. We're just starting out. But at the end of the night, we will look at the scoreboard and see what brand won the Warfare, and it'll be fun.
Definitely. So we hope to see as many people as possible at that event, but keep in mind it's still many months away because we're only on month 3
and
of our year-long.
And the next one's going to be held by WCW, if I'm not mistaken.
Exactly. We're going to go on rotation, so the next event is going to be hosted by WCW. We have not yet decided on a title for the event yet, but in the coming weeks, for sure, we're going to be advertising that.
We do know that the one match will be a women's tag, because it'll be defended at just the pay-per-views, so we know that will be always at every pay-per-view.
Exactly. Women's title will always be defended just at pay-per-views and only against the opposition's or the other promotion's teams. It'll never be defended internally on one show or the other.
Correct. With a bulldog, then a pin. 1, 2.
Not quite enough yet to put Trish down, even though she's fatigued.
Yep.
Man, I'm impressed. Like, Trish has been able to put quite the hurt on Mickie too.
Oh yeah.
Not as bad as she is, but.
Ooh. There you go.
Big neck breaker, taking Trish down to the mat one more time. She's looking out of it.
Her up. She's going for it. Oh, yo, boy. Look at this be it, though.
That's one thing you got to give Trish. She's so resilient, man. That's not willing to give up.
Oh no. Oh no. Mickie DDT.
I think so.
Pick her up.
Huge McDDT. Makes me feel like McDonald's.
Oh boy. Oh, McDonald's.
Not a sponsor, by the way. Not a sponsor.
No, not sponsor. I
mean, by all means, you can sponsor us if you want, man. Send us your Egg McMuffins.
The McGriddle. Send us your McGriddle.
Yes. Bring back the McRib.
Oh my lord. McDonald's and Dunkin'. The perfect sponsorship right there. All right, so it seems like Trish got out and Mickie followed her.
Yeah, hoping they won't go to a count out. That's always a disappointment.
Yes, yes. The count out and the roll up pin is just, it's not the finish that we want to see.
Indeed. Well, I mean, a good roll up after a fantastic match and with some good back and forth, don't mind it. Yeah.
Ooh.
Big kick to the chest, putting Trish back down on the mat again. Can't believe the abuse she's been taking at the hands of Mickie James. Oh, big chop. Woo!
Oh, my Lord. Oh, back break. There you go.
We're stretching that back of Mickie James.
That's what you got to do if you're going for that sharpshooter. You got to work on that back.
Well, she's definitely getting her close, that's for sure. Oh, putting her to the top rope, going for some sort of avalanche move.
Did we see a reversal? No? Oh, Lord, what's she going for? A suplex? A cutter?
Oh, definitely looks like a suplex.
Oh, boy, no!
Oh! Well, she wanted to hurt her opponent's back. That definitely is the way to do it.
I think hurt yours as well, too.
Well, yeah, high risk, high reward, right?
Spine buster.
Going for a quick pin. Not quite enough. I think she needs to go for some stratisfaction if she's going to put Mickie James away.
Oh, yeah.
She's calling for something. Oh, a big kick. A chick kick to Mick.
Oh, still went for that pin, though.
Definitely should have gone for the pin, but she did get a comeback. Maybe she'll have enough juice in the tank to go for a stratisfaction as well. Oh, no. Reversal after reversal. These opponents are on fire tonight.
Oh, yes.
Just do your finisher, Trish. And
I don't know who to pull for this, though.
huge snap suplex.
Yes, sir.
Oh, and Mickie kipping up real quick.
Okay.
Drop kick to the chest, putting Mickie back down.
Just picks her up.
Nope. Catching that elbow, putting her in a lock and a reversal. Slamming her down to the mat. And Trish Stratus still seems to be having the advantage.
God, what do you do at this point? These women are being ruthless towards each other. What do you do at this point?
She's got to hit that stratisfaction. She keeps going for chick kicks.
Oh!
And a reversal.
Oh, no. I think Mickie has it. Right? Nope.
Nope. Trish still kicking out. Super resilient. But now Mickey's loading up a finisher, going for a Mickie DDT of her own. And a huge DDT puts Trish out of it. And this is the end of that match.
Yes.
You can see SASHA heavily cheering on her friend and mentor, Mickie James.
Yes, and it seems like, this so shows that Mickie is the woman to coach Sasha Banks.
Well, she's definitely a dirty player, I'll tell you that much. Match is over, Mickie. You can let it go.
You can go. Oh boy.
I mean, things are heating up between these two, that's for sure. So another fantastic showing by a couple of legendary superstars. Now, up next, we have the Revival's debut match. The Revival, as you recall, were the team that we drafted. We really feel they'll fit in. Their style of wrestling and their personality, very, very much geared towards what WCW is looking to achieve.
Yeah, that old school style.
Exactly, and they're going to be going up against the Undisputed Era, who, if you recall, did not have the greatest of debuts and lost their title opportunity that they were promised, and are now at the bottom of the ladder. So the Rival are starting the climb at the bottom.
We know that they were supposed to re-sign with the WWE, and they were let go. So before they were let go, they seized the opportunity and they jumped straight to the WCW, where they belong. They do not belong in the WWE. They did not utilize that. They made them a joke with Usos, but here's where they belong.
Exactly. This team is no joke. They're serious, they're strong, they're focused, and they know how to wrestle as a team. They're straight up what tag team wrestling should be.
Yes. I know that, when my child was he first got into Supercard, he actually showed me a picture of the Revival, and I thought that they were like a old school team because of the mutton chops and shit like that. I thought
it makes me think of like Arn Anderson.
Yeah. So they give that vibe. They know what they're doing, and they achieve it so well.
But I mean, you gotta give it to Undisputed Era too. They've got such awesome presentation and presence.
Yes, but like I was going to say, like they went up against great teams right in the WWE, but now we're in the land of old school, and they're going against these guys within this atmosphere, and it's a whole different ballgame.
Just strut into the ring with what presence these guys have.
They look so strong.
Yeah, the only thing that would make this any better is if they had the tag team gold on them.
Yes, yep. Which it might be soon though.
Well, definitely. I mean, like I said, like if they beat the Revival tonight, that gets them back up in contention for the title. If the Revival wins, well, the Undisputed Era will be at the back of the line. So both teams looking really focused right now. Although the Undisputed Era has a slight advantage of having Adam Cole and Roderick Strong in their corner.
Yes.
Been a lot of managers in this episode.
But hey, it is what it is.
Hey man, if you got them, use them. That's what I say.
Yep.
Oh, what did you... That was a great move there. Distracted ref and Dash Wilder.
Yep.
Hit Kyle O'Reilly while the ref wasn't looking. That is smart tag team.
Perfect. Ooh.
Working that arm.
Yep.
Big backdrop. Again, trying to go for that quick cover. Undisputed Era just wants to end it as quickly as possible.
But you can't really do it here, though. You gotta, with a team like the Revival, you gotta be careful.
Exactly, man.
Pick them up.
They're very experienced. They're very dangerous. They know how to work the system. Huge reversal by Scott Dawson. Gotta put his opponent back in the ring, though. We don't want another count out situation.
Nice.
Roderick Strong looking to get involved.
No, but you can't do that. Don't do it.
A nice hot tag off to Bobby Fish, and Bobby Fish crossbody on Scott Dawson. Scott's trying to tag out to Dash, but Bobby Fish not letting that happen. Huge suplex, putting Dawson back down on the mat.
Yep.
Dawson fighting up, knees to faces, taking Bobby Fish down. Going for a suplex of his own. Whoa, maybe not a full... Yeah, okay, side suplex. Want to tag in Dash, get the fresh participant in.
There you go.
Underhook suplex from Fish. And Dash rolling out to the floor. Adam Cole helping him up.
That's what you gotta do. You gotta look out for your brothers.
Yeah, but it wasn't his brother. He helped Dash up.
Listen. We're all in this together. We're brothers and sisters of the perfect sport that is pro wrestling.
Looks like Adam and Roderick are looking to really get involved, man.
I think there's more than creamer in my iced coffee.
Adam Cole stepping in and distracting Dash, giving Bobby Fish enough time to recover.
So being fans of the Revival, what do they need to do since they are the newest signees and coming into this 2 months late? What do you got to do to prove to yourself that you do belong here and not doubt your skills?
Well, at an 8 count, get back in the fucking ring. That's what... because you can't win this match outside. I mean, in total, they really need to keep it in the ring because with the Undisputed Era having Roderick Strong and Adam Cole there, it gives them more opportunity to interfere and screw with your match. So you need to keep it in the ring, keep your opponent locked on your side of the mat. Try to stay away from the opponent's side of the mat because that's just giving him the opportunity to do a blind tag in.
Yep. Ooh, nice.
Oh, huge gutbuster. Bobby Fish tagging in Kyle. But Dash falling to the floor again. Again, Adam Cole helping him up to his feet. Tossing him back in. And Kyle tagging Bobby Fish back in. Kind of weird, but whatever. Oh, huge body press. Oh, body crush. Gutbuster.
Who is the biggest threat in the Undisputed Era?
Adam Cole, man. Adam Cole is always going to be the biggest threat. That's why he's the leader.
Okay.
But I mean, out of these two, out of Bobby Fish and Kyle, probably Bobby. I think Bobby has a more upper body strength than Kyle, but Kyle's speedy. So I don't know. It's a tough call. But they make a good team that way too, because he's more of the bruiser and Kyle is more of the speedy. Although don't get Bobby wrong either. He's pretty quick as well.
I mean, it seems like the four of them just bring like different dominance to every tag.
Definitely. Well, I mean, they had a few bouts in NXT before the Revival were brought up to Raw. And there were some classic matches. Like some of the matches between Undisputed Era and the Revival are the reason why they caught Vince's eye. I just don't understand why Vince didn't continue that momentum. Like what often happens in WWE is he sees something in someone and then changes everything about them, and then it becomes garbage.
Yep. I hear you, brother. I hear you.
I mean, I feel that way about Adam Rose. Like Adam Rose, when he wasn't like dancing around the ring like an idiot with a row of people, was an actual threat. No Way Jose too, an awesome wrestler, but his stupid cheesy character just makes him not seem like a credible threat.
Right. Which that makes sense. That that would piss a lot of people off because they also sign people, and then they just don't do anything with them. They let them, like EC3 had a dominant run right in TNA. He had a dominant run in his brands. But when he came here, he just was put in the back burner.
Same thing with Mike Kanellis. Mike Kanellis, I didn't follow a lot of his matches, but he, with Adam Cole, nonetheless, were part of a faction in Ring of Honor called the Kingdom, and they were a dominant tag team for quite some time. And then they take someone who has charisma, that has the look, who has the talent, and then just dumb down his character where he's the whipping boy for his wife. And I'm like,
yeah, that pregnant shit is ridiculous.
Oh, it's garbage. Never gonna see that kind of crap here.
Oh, hell no.
And getting back in the ring. So far we've had a couple near countouts.
Yeah, almost. But, WCW is more than just countouts that put pins and all that. So
we try to be. Sometimes the system doesn't let it, but especially steel cage matches where people should be trying to take people down, not both climbing at the same time all the time. So stupid. That still bothers me. I'm sorry. That's.
We're getting a lot of things off our chest.
Oh, yeah. But, I mean, other than that, this match has been fantastic. A great amount of back and forth. Oh, Bobby Fish taking down Scott, even though he's not the opponent he needs to be worried about right now. And Scott saying, no, thank you. You want to try that again? Roderick Strong getting in the middle of it, talking to Scott. Giving Dash the opportunity to stand up. He should just run into the... There you go. Break the count. Oh! Swing and a miss on Bobby Fish. Huge suplex putting him down. And a corkscrew backdrop. Dash showing how technical of a wrestler he can be.
Nice, there you go. Nice, work that back.
Yep. Really putting the hurt on Bobby Fish. Like, so far, Bobby Fish and Kyle have sustained the majority of punishment in this match. So the Revival is showing why they're here.
Ooh,
to
nice.
Kick ass and chew bubblegum, and they're all out of bubblegum.
Out of bubblegum. Yeah, right there. Oh, nice. There you go.
And Scott rolling out of the ring to get a quick breather. Try to recover some of that stamina. It's weird too. I thought that weird system was only for like tornado matches and stuff where multiple people were in. I never saw that in a tag match before, like a regular tag match. Like the guy that is in the ring should always be in the ring. You know what I mean?
Right.
Unless there's multiple people in the ring. And Roderick looking to get involved again. Again, getting up to the 7-8 count.
We're gonna work on that, guys. Come on.
8
Wait,
again.
9?
No, that's 8 right now. Bobby Fish struggling. 9. Scott tossing him in. Hurry up and climb. Oh, and the hot tag to Kyle O'Reilly. Big kick to Scott Dawson's dome. Oh, but Scott playing possum gets back up. Dropping that leg on O'Reilly. He rolls out of the ring to recover. Scott tagging in Dash. Dash saying, fuck it, you take it, Scott.
Yep. See, that's what, too, is that you both have got to be on the same page. Just waiting for that count out.
Yeah, nope, deciding that's not how they want to win it. He's like, screw it. If your buddy's not in, I'll take you in. Bobby Fish being suplexed into the mat. That may have been a mistake. Yep, that was definitely a mistake. Going for a taunt when you should have been going for a move. Interesting submission here. Ref, we need a 4 count. Okay, let's go.
Come on, get back in, get back in. There you go, there you go. No, don't get out.
Scott being all cerebral. But it didn't work this time.
Nope. And dragged into the middle of the ring.
Rolling out again to recover. And Bobby also going, nope, we're not going to have a count out. This is going to be a fair and square match.
Come on, put him back in the ring. Ooh!
Roderick again getting in his face, getting a caution from the ref.
Well, yeah, you better be careful.
0 fucks given by Roderick, distracting his opponent again. Giving Bobby Fish the chance he needs to slam his opponent down to the floor. Right on the nitro flames.
Oh, it's hot down there.
It's hot as hell, my friend. And quick tag to Dash. Dash seeing his opponent get out of the ring, but quick neck breaker taking him down to the mat. Getting caught up on the ropes a little bit. Bobby Fish, quick kick up, knocking Dash with enough force to make him roll out to recover. So now Scott and Dash are both on the floor recovering. Bobby going for a kick on Dash outside. Now going for some sort of submission. Oh, ducking that clothesline. That is some ring awareness, or in this case, out of ring awareness. And a nice roll getting out of there, throwing his opponent back into the ring. Roderick looking to get involved again. That son of a bitch needs to back the fuck off.
Guys, you gotta stay in the ring. Come on.
A tag to Scott, and Scott's just waiting now to see what's going to happen. Tags Dash back in. I really don't understand this quick tagging when nothing has happened.
I don't understand a lot of what these people. But hey, that's why they get paid the big bucks up.
Roderick getting involved again. Dash being tossed back in by Bobby Fish. Bobby Fish going for a
nice
move by Bobby Fish. Again, knocking Dash out of the ring. It seems like these guys can't stay in the ring. Like any power move is causing them to roll out.
Yep. Okay, there you go.
Fish getting Dash back up to his feet. Forearm to the face, and now it looks like a nice suplex. Again, Dash almost rolling, but going for the hot tag instead if he can find his partner. I don't even know if it connected, but I guess. Let's play the in and out of the ring game. Nice clothesline by Scott, putting Bobby Fish down. Bobby Fish just will not stay down. Snapmare and a kick to the back of the neck, and he's still not out of it. Oh, and trip to the... His face is all bashed up. Oh, bleeding.
There you go. Bust him open. Bust him open.
Roderick recognizing that this is probably the best opportunity for them to pin, so tossing Scott back into the ring. Kyle going for a leg lock. Or Bobby Fish, rather, going for the leg lock. Dash breaking that up. Looking for the tag, bringing Kyle O'Reilly in to work on Scott. Goes straight for the pin.
1, 2.
And a quick 3. Dash just a little too slow to save his partner there.
So what's this say about the revival? What's going to happen?
Well, I'm sure they're pissed off, man. I bet they're going to try to find a way to get revenge. Maybe find a way to have a match where a match type where Adam Cole and Roderick Strong can't put their input into it. Like maybe a Hell in a Cell.
Ooh. Yeah, I wouldn't be mad at all.
Yeah, I think next week, the general manager is speaking into my headset right here, telling me that what the people want is what the people will get next week. We will see them face each other again, but this time in Hell in a Cell as our main event.
He is the people's GM.
He is. Now up next here we have AJ Styles, Randy Orton, Daniel Bryan, and CM Punk in a fatal 4-way to determine the number one contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. Of course, that is following the match between Sting and Adam Cole that is currently set. So they will face the winner of that match.
Now, is this CM Punk's first match back, or has he already been in a match?
Not in a match. He's had a couple promos, or at least one promo, but I think maybe 2 promos. This is his first actual physical match back since joining the WCW.
Yes, nice.
The following contest is a fatal 4-way match. Making his way to the ring.
So what do you
Punk thought that he should have just been given that title opportunity, but again, we're not like the other companies. You earn your title opportunity, and that's why we said if you can beat 3 other opponents, sure.
I would love to see CM Punk as world champion again.
Oh, me too. Can't wait to see what kind of pipe bombs he can bring to WCW.
But let's talk about the man that's walking down now, Randy Orton. Now, how has his mindset changed since signing with the brand of Old School?
Well, I don't think his mindset has changed at all, because he's always been a kind of old school vet. You know, like the way that he wrestles, the way he dismantles his opponents is of that old school mindset. He fits in perfectly in WCW.
Now, his dad and grandpa are old school wrestlers.
Indeed, he's a 3rd generation superstar in this business. And, of course, like one of the top guys. That's one of the reasons why he's in the world title division.
Yes.
Unfortunately for him, he was beaten by Edge last week in the Last Man Standing. But he's not letting that stand in his way for his goal to go for the gold. Nope,
he is not. Unfortunately, his time is coming. But, he's still a dominant person until that day.
Definitely. Next up, Daniel Bryan taken to the ring.
Now, Daniel Bryan was my top pick to go to the WCW. The man's persona screams, he's serious. He wants nothing but respect. He gives nothing but respect. He's dominant. But if you watch the man, not just the way he wrestles, but the way he works in the ring, he's technical. He flies high whenever he needs to. His whole game just screams old school.
For sure. I mean, that's one of the reasons why we grabbed him at the same time as the Revival. We felt like if we were to put him together in a stable with the Revival, that they could even go on to bigger and better things. But for now, they're not fully unionized together. But I think in the future, we might see something like Daniel Bryan and the Revival against all of the Undisputed Era. Maybe even another member of their team. Who knows? Have a 4-on-4 type of stable. I just need to find the 4th man.
Ooh, that would be great.
And of course, AJ Styles, leader of the OC.
Mm-hmm.
Another fantastic talent. Very, very happy to have signed him.
Oh yes. Now, I was a huge fan of him when he was in TNA. I just love, his matches, when he was, God damn, how do I put it? Every match that he was in just was never boring. You could never look away. And I feel like, unfortunately, when he signed with the WWE, he kind of lost that lack of, he just restarted, and I don't like that.
No, I agree. I mean, he was already established, was full of talent. He's done the best. He did the best that he could with the WWE, but again, I feel was a bit misused as a talent. Should have had more dominant, longer title runs. I mean, I'm just glad we were able to grab him and his buddies, the Gallows and Anderson, because they for sure also were mistreated very, very poorly by the WWE. Again, making them more like a joke than the dominant force team that they should be.
Yes. I never was a fan of Luke and Gallo, but every superstar brings a certain thing right to the table. Like, there's no such thing as a bad superstar, just bad booking. I liked him when he was Festus, but unfortunately, due to poor writings, that was just like a phase. Like, it wouldn't have nowadays, which sucks. But the fact that he needed to go to Japan to find that niche just sucks. That someone has got to go to has to fly right overseas to find that niche.
Yeah, and gain that popularity.
Yeah, it just sucks. It really does. But that's why I'm glad that they signed with you, because you guys know how to work them.
Well, that's what I think too. A lot of the more foreign markets and other independent promotions give the superstars a little bit more control over their persona and their character, and that's one of the reasons why they soar. They get brought into this environment where they're forced to become something that they're not. And I mean, look at Jon Moxley, a great example. Jon Moxley before was a crazy radical superstar, was really diluted as Dean Ambrose, not really given the opportunity, and now in AEW, man, it's fantastic. I love watching his matches, love watching him on the mic. He's very, very much like a Stone Cold-esque level superstar, and was never really given the right opportunity in the WWE, because it was always like, here's your script, do what they say.
Yeah.
Wear a gas mask and call people smelly.
Yeah. The fact that the man went to AEW and became world champion faster than he was mid-card champion here. It's just ridiculous.
Indeed.
But enough about other brands. We're still working on deals, with NJPW. We're trying to make a better show for everybody, and we know that you guys are aimed at a certain promotion to work with first. And would you like to enlighten the people on what brand that you want to enlighten with?
Well, I mean, there's two. I mean, I really want to work with some of the superstars from AEW, but I mean, a lot of the superstars from AEW got their start in New Japan. So the New Japan / AEW connection is really where we want to come from. Some of the superstars that are still with New Japan, and some that have come over to AEW. I mean, it would be nice to see some matches with some other superstars like the Young Bucks or Kenny Omega, really fantastic talent. And from New Japan, you have Okada or Naito, very, very powerful Japanese superstars.
Oh yes, But we're getting on track. We like to speak about the promotions that are good, but let's get to the WCW. And what we're seeing right now is we're all on the outside of the ring right now.
Oh yeah, fatal 4-way, man. You can go anywhere, you can do anything, you can grab weapons if you want to. There's really no real rules other than you have to pin your opponent in the ring.
Yes.
Or have them submit in the ring.
Oh, CM Punk, there you go. Nice. Oh, I thought I was going for the bridge.
Orton not sure, thinking, okay, well, there's no pin happening yet.
The voices are speaking to tell him to do different. Oh, CM Punk. Here we go.
CM Punk going for a quick pin. Randy seeing it, but AJ Styles not quite hurt enough. I think if anybody's hurt enough right now, Daniel Bryan. But
yeah.
Nice reversal by Punk, wrenching that arm. Big elbow to the back of the shoulder. A float over DDT. AJ Styles rolling out of the ring, but that's not what you want, Punk. You want to keep him in the ring.
Yes. I mean, come on, Punk.
Oh, AJ. Oh, ouch.
Ooh, what a miss. Now, what did you need to do to get CM Punk to sign on the dotted line? Like what were his catches and whatnot?
Well, I mean, it was pretty simple for him. I let him have creative control. That's all he really wanted, was to be able to have creative control and to not be pushed into matches with people that he didn't want to play with. You know,
Right.
he will not be booked against someone he feels is beneath him.
Now we know that CM Punk is a man of honor. And we know it's weird to say that whenever we sign somebody and they don't want to fight somebody specific, then they don't need to. But if you look back for CM Punk, for instance, when he was fighting Ryback, he intentionally hurt CM Punk many times. So, you know, if someone
That's exactly the type of culture that we want to avoid. We want somebody that will hurt people, somebody who has a huge personality clash where real feelings can come into the mix, that it goes beyond professionalism. Those are the type of things we want to avoid. Like right now, I'm sure working with Daniel Bryan, CM Punk loves that. On the independent scene and Ring of Honor, they had some fantastic matches together.
Correct.
AJ Styles, same deal. He fought with him on the independent circuit. Randy Orton, I think, is a new form. I don't recall ever seeing... I could be wrong, but I don't recall CM Punk ever really fighting Randy Orton.
Well, I think we'll have to look into that, because, you know...
Yeah, I'm checking with my trusty friend Google here.
Oh boy. Randy Orton really keeping on top of CM Punk. Oh, the RKO. Could this be it? Oh, rope break.
Oh, I was wrong. We fought him on Raw and at WrestleMania 27.
So they've had experience before.
Yep. But I mean, good enough experience. It's not somebody he didn't want to wrestle again.
Correct.
But I mean, I don't think we'd ever be able to get him into a ring with Triple H.
No. Ooh.
Nice backbreaker on Orton, and a big kick from Daniel Bryan on AJ Styles. AJ Styles looking all bent.
It looks like the top dogs are Daniel Bryan and CM Punk right now.
Oh, and Bryan going for a diving headbutt, it looks like.
Oh, boy.
Boom! Nice. Connecting with CM Punk. Bringing Punk up to his feet. Big kick to the back of the head. AJ Styles getting involved. Huge gut busters on Daniel Bryan. Now AJ calling for a finisher.
Yep.
Trying to get Punk to his feet. Is he going to go for the forearm? Yeah, phenomenal forearm. Taking CM Punk down to the mat, but rather than going for the pin, picking up Punk, that was a mistake. And then Orton going for his signature spike DDT.
That was a huge
on Daniel Bryan. Going for the quick pin. AJ Styles wasting time showboating. Almost cost the match there.
Yep. Come on, what are you doing? I mean, Styles is a ring general. The man knows what he's doing, and I don't know why he did not try to stop that.
Oh, Bryan going for a quick submission out of nowhere, one might say.
It was better than a pin out of nowhere.
Oh, now he's going for his label lock. But Styles not letting that happen either. Styles narrowly avoiding some grabs from... Oh, and ducks under that drop kick. Very good ring awareness from AJ Styles.
Who is the big threat in this match, though?
That's a good question, because they're all big threats, to be honest with you. And Punk steals the victory.
There you go. There it is.
There you go. That's the biggest threat right there. Someone who, shades of Edge, an ultimate opportunist, saw that Randy Orton was down, saw that Daniel Bryan and AJ were locked up, decided to go for the sneaky pin.
That was very impressive.
Indeed, a very impressive showing by these superstars.
Here is your winner.
I don't know why he didn't call out CM Punk, but here is our winner, CM Punk, who is now the #1 contender and will face the winner between Sting and Adam Cole.
That's all we want to see.
It's weird. It's like some of the images of his tattoo are missing too. So sad. So sad that it's come to this. Up next, we have Johnny Gargano coming out to say his piece. He was our mid-card choice in our draft. Oh, yeah, and one thing that we never really finished talking about earlier when we were talking about our drafts, we're up to a max of 40 people, so that means that instead of drafting new people at the end of each pay-per-view, at this point, we can swap out superstars for a new draft pick or trade between one another.
Yes. I see the best part, too, is... that we have so many stars that we both have signed that can work on both brands.
Yeah, indeed.
Gargano just looking strong.
Exactly. Well, one thing you may or may not know is on the independent circuit and in NXT, Johnny Gargano and Tomasso Ciampa put on some of the what we would call a wrestling clinic several times in their pay-per-views. They were their main events, and they tore the house down. So I wouldn't be surprised to see the reason why Johnny came is to go after Tomasso and finish what he started in 2 other promotions.
I mean, that's all we want is to see, the best of the best, and I feel like Johnny Gargano is going to do it.
Well, he's definitely up there, and I mean, just even without a title on the line, him and Tomasso really tear it up.
That's true. I mean, I feel like they all do, though. It isn't just one specific superstar. They all work hard, sacrifice literally everything.
Oh, they do, for sure. But I mean, some superstars really have a specific amount of chemistry between them. It really makes the difference. And here we go, as assumed, calling out Tomasso Ciampa right away. First move as a superstar on WCW is to go after your target.
So what you gotta do, you gotta make a name for yourself, and that's who he wants to go after. His first night.
And Ciampa, not one to back down from a challenge, is coming out to meet it head on.
And he just got off of a rivalry with Ricochet, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, indeed, and he turned out to be the dominant one in that rivalry, and took Ricochet to the woodshed several times. And I mean, we haven't seen Ricochet since losing.
Is he okay?
As far as I know, he's just recovering. He had a bit of a leg injury, but he should be back any day now. But from what I've heard, is he has not set his targets on Tomasso Ciampa. He says that chapter is over, and he's looking on to new challenges and bigger and better things.
Awesome. I'm looking forward to it.
Me too. Wow, not mincing any words, just saying straight up. Come on, take a shot at me if you want, boy. I've never heard of a quaver. I've heard of a quiver, never a quaver.
I feel like he's bringing a lot of pain from past experiences in this.
Yeah, but I mean, that's one thing you got to keep in mind in this business is what goes around comes around.
Yeah. Yeah, they really don't like each other.
Nope. Which is crazy, too, because they were also a tag team together, one of the best.
That sucks, too, that you guys top tier and then you just fall out.
But you never know, too. These things go around. They could be bitter rivals now, and then some challenge or opportunity happens where they can go after the tag team titles. They might team up again.
Oh, that'd be nice. Oh, God. With a man like... Oh, jeez.
What are people chanting? Evil shit?
Or piece of shit? I don't know. I mean, in my opinion, these superstars are far from pieces of shit.
Indeed. And now they're not worthy of the evil piece of shit. So far, they're pretty even matched.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, they are pros. They know what they're doing. They know what they have to... But actions speak louder than so.
Or same old shit. Same old shit. It looks like Tomasso's sick and tired of talking. Oh, and Johnny going for the headbutt. Shouldn't have done that, Johnny. Tangling him up in the ring, kneeing him to the face, giving him some slaps.
Nice. They know what they're doing.
Oh, a big forearm to the face and a chop. Another chop. Chopping back and forth. Woo, woo, woo. Oh, nice defensive maneuvers by Ciampa. Big knee to Gargano's face, taking him down to the mat. Oh, face planted by Gargano onto the mat. Picking up his opponent. Going for a huge enziguri to the back of Ciampa's head.
Picking him out. There you go. Nice kick. Pull up. Oh, nice.
Nice.
Boom. See, these guys mean business.
Exactly. Uh-oh, and now we've got like some camera trouble. There's some technical difficulties happening. What's going on?
Oh, shit. Wait. Oh, no. What are we doing?
Somehow, these two have ended up in another location. I don't know, some sort of dimensional portal opened up and sucked them in, but looks like now they're fighting in some sort of graveyard.
I think Black's been messing with the Fiend for way too long. It's been messing with shit.
Definitely. I think the team of Aleister Black and the Fiend have somehow tapped into the energies of the universe and we're able to transport these two opponents to another venue to really take it out on one another, full of weapons and objects to use.
It also could be like, remember in one of the SmackDown versus Raws where you're fighting the Undertaker's droids and it's just a Royal Rumble match?
Yeah.
I think we'd be looking at something like that.
Definitely.
Like we're seeing something completely different and they're just having a regular fight. But
well, it's like warping reality. We could see maybe see something similar in ECW with Matt Hardy and his Broken Brilliance go to some sort of broken environment and do some weird shit.
Well, we know we haven't seen Jeff and Matt for a little bit. We might. So much shit's going on.
Yeah, well, I mean that's what happens when you start getting up there with your rosters. That's why we stopped our acquisitions. So we can make sure that we give all superstars ample time to perform.
Oh, what's he got?
Big broom of some sort. Smacking Ciampa to the guts. Gonna get him on the head. Oh, Ciampa dodging out of the way, grabbing the weapon himself. Taking out Gargano with that same weird broom thing. Doing circles around his opponent and just trading blows with that broom.
Nice. Nice.
Big forearm and now going for a slamming his face to the ground. Now, these aren't mats either. This is hard earth.
Ooh, nice takedown.
Yeah, there's no give when you get slammed onto the grass, I'll tell you.
Oh, no. Nice reversal.
Yeah, big elbow to the face. Tossing Ciampa over behind the hearse. Now, who knows what kind of damage he's going to do back there. Can barely see a thing. And Gargano knocks out Tomasso Ciampa way out there where we can't see anything. And that's where we're going to end this week's edition of WCW Nitro. Again, I have to thank my colleague and broadcast partner, Brock Redhead, for joining me, and I hope you all enjoy the show. And stay tuned tomorrow for ECW on Brock Redhead's YouTube channel.
Here we go. Woo!